hello, Miss Desmond. This is Ian Carter calling from First Class Furniture. We received your online order a few minutes ago and we want to check on one thing.
Yes, what do you need to know?
You indicated that you'd like to have express shipping. However, while we have the table and chairs in our showroom, we have to acquire the sofa from our warehouse. That's going to take 3 days. Would you like us to go ahead and ship the table and chairs first?
That would be ideal. I recently moved into a new home and don't have anywhere to sit since the movers haven't arrived with my possessions yet.
Lionel, would you mind if one of my assistants accompanied me to our meeting this afternoon? I've got to show quite a few slides, and it would make it easier if someone else ran the projector.
Sure, but what kinds of slides do you have? I wasn't expecting any type of visual aids.
I visited the factory yesterday and took some pictures of the equipment which employees there have been complaining about. The pictures are quite revealing. Once you see how everything looks, you'll understand why the foremen there have been filling out forms requesting new machinery for the past 3 months.
I really appreciate your dropping by, Mr. Gardner. I want to show you exactly what's wrong with my apartment so that everything can be repaired.
I came here as soon as I received your voicemail message, Miss Woodrow. You indicated that there's a leaky pipe in the kitchen.
Actually, that's happening in the bathroom. In the kitchen, the problem is that the light keeps blinking on and off, and it's driving me crazy.
All right. Well, let me take a look at the pipe first, since that's likely to be the more serious of the two issues.
Here are your credit card and receipts, sir.
Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, could you give me a bit of assistance, please?
I'll do my best. What do you need?
I'm looking for a store that sells kitchenware. My colleagues told me there is one in the mall here, but I can't find it anywhere on the map.
Ah, you're looking for Taylor's. It opened a few days ago, so that's why you can't find it listed. All you need to do is go to the floor above us, take the escalator up, and then turn to the right.
That's easy. Thanks for your assistance.
You're welcome, and thank you for shopping at Wilson's. Please come again soon.
I will. Thanks.
Hi, Melanie. It's Ken from TWP Incorporated.
Hello, Ken. What can I do for you?
I have a question for you regarding today's lunch get-together.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm new in town, so I'm not quite sure how I should get to the restaurant. Can you tell me where it is?
Of course. You know where my office is, don't you?
Yes, I was there yesterday.
From my office, go straight down Hampton Road 2 blocks, and then take a left onto Lemon Street. The restaurant is the second building on the right.
Okay, I think I can do that.
You know, on second thought, how about coming here first, and then we can go to Roberto's together?
I think I'll take you up on your offer.
I'm so glad I decided to attend the seminar today. The talk which Mark Kenmore just gave on how to market products in foreign countries was brilliant.
I couldn't agree with you more. He mentioned several things that seem obvious now, but which had never previously occurred to me. I'm going to request that my firm implement some of his suggestions immediately.
I'm glad I took comprehensive notes. I'm supposed to give a presentation on what I learned on Monday morning, and my co-workers should be pleased to hear what I have to tell them. Now that the interviews are complete, we need to determine who should be hired.
Eric Harrison is by far the most qualified applicant.
I agree, but he didn't perform very well on his interview. I wasn't particularly impressed with him.
I couldn't disagree more.
Yeah? Tell me why you think that way.
I thought the answers he gave were well thought out and showed sufficient knowledge of the pharmaceutical industry. Sure, he seemed a bit nervous, but he's only a college student. I don't blame him for being a bit jittery.
What you say makes sense, but I'd like to call him in for a second interview before we offer him the position. Can you set it up for sometime next week?
Sure.
Before we conclude our weekly staff meeting, is there anything else we ought to cover? Maya, do you have something to add?
Yes, I do. The computers we're using are getting rather old, so we should strongly consider upgrading them.
There isn't enough money in the budget for that.
I understand, but we can't run a lot of new programs on our computers.
That's a big problem, Jason. I tried to put the latest accounting software on my computer yesterday, but I couldn't do it.
You had problems with that program as well?
Yeah. If I can't upgrade to the new software, I'm going to be a lot less efficient at my job.
Okay, I'll speak with Mr. Prokofiev and see if we can get some additional funding.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cutler. According to the request you filed, you're interested in transferring to another branch. You specifically mentioned St. Louis. May I ask why?
That's where my parents live.
Do you intend to live with them?
No, but they're both elderly, so I would like to be near them in case they require assistance. My wife and I won't be living together with them, though.
Okay. Well, there happens to be an opening in the St. Louis office, but it's in the marketing department.
I can handle that. Prior to being employed here, I did some marketing work for the company I previously worked at.
Then it's settled. I'll approve the transfer. You'll start working there on the 1st of October.
Hello, Gateway Travel. This is David speaking. How may I be of assistance?
Hello, Mr. Parker. This is Yolanda DuPont calling.
Good afternoon, Miss DuPont. Do you have a question regarding the itinerary I emailed you this morning?
Actually, there's something on it that has to be altered.
Sure. What would you like me to do?
The first 2 legs of my trip are fine. However, I need to be in Oslo 1 day earlier than I had planned.
I see. Well, I can change your departure date from London to the previous day. Would you prefer a morning or afternoon flight?
The morning would be better.
Great. Let me contact the airline. I'll give you a call once everything has been taken care of. We've completed our estimate of the repair work to be done on your home, Ms. Chen.
Great. How much is it going to cost?
We can do everything you requested for $3,500.
That's a bit out of my price range. Is there any way you can charge me less?
I'm afraid not. I spoke with the work crew, and they remarked that they anticipate some problems because your house is so old.
Why is that an issue?
As a general rule, older houses have large amounts of wiring that need to be replaced. There are typically problems with pipes, too.
I see. Well, I need some time to consider this. Can I contact you tomorrow?
Sure. Please give me a call once you make a decision.
We finally finished rearranging the desks in the office, Mr. Marino. Does everything look satisfactory?
The way you set up everything is fine. It appears as though you've made efficient use of space. In fact, there's a large area over by the windows that doesn't have any desks or equipment in it. What are your plans for utilizing that space?
We intend to set up some cubicles there next week. When the summer interns arrive, that's where they're going to be put.
Good thinking. We didn't have a place for them last year, and they got in everyone's way.
Jackson Hardware, this is Lucy speaking.
Hello, Lucy. My name is Gunther Heinz. I purchased a few items at your store yesterday and had them delivered this morning.
Was everything all right with the delivery?
Unfortunately, no. Several things which I ordered weren't included.
I'm sorry to hear that. Could you tell me what's missing?
Sure. I purchased 3 screwdrivers, a power saw, and some lumber. None of them arrived.
Hold on a minute, please. I've got a note here about you, Mr. Heinz. Apparently, your order was divided in 2 shipments. The remaining items will be sent this afternoon.
I see. Thanks for clearing everything up for me.
Sorry to interrupt, but I wonder how you're enjoying your meal.
Everything is perfect.
I agree. My steak was cooked exactly the way I requested it. Please do me a favor and give my regards to the chef.
I'll be sure to do that. So, is there anything else I can get you?
I'd appreciate another glass of tea if you don't mind.
Not at all. What about you, sir? Would you care for some more coffee?
That's all right. 2 cups is my limit, or else I'll never get to sleep tonight. However, we could both go for some dessert. Could you please bring us 2 dessert menus?
Of course. I'll be back with the drink and menus right after I visit the kitchen. Your total comes to $85, sir.
Oh, hold on just a moment, please. I completely forgot that I have some coupons to give you. I've got them right here.
No problem. Let me scan them. This coupon for laundry detergent has expired, so I'm afraid you can't use it.
Are you sure about that? What's the expiration date on it?
It's January 15th. You came here 1 day too late.
Oh, well, that's my mistake. But what about the other ones? They're still valid, aren't they?
They are, so you just saved a total of $12. That brings your new total to $73. How would you like to pay for that?
Here's my debit card.
Hi, I'd like 2 tickets for the 5:30 showing of African Adventure.
I regret to say that there aren't any tickets available at that time.
Well, what about the 7 o'clock show then?
You're out of luck. Sorry about that.
Are there any times today when it's possible to see the film?
Let me check. Yes, there are a few tickets left for the 4 o'clock show, but those are all single seats, so you can't sit together with your companion. Or you could get 2 tickets next to each other if you want the show at 9:15.
I'll take 2 tickets for the late show then. I don't want to sit apart from my friend.
Great. That will be $22 for 2 tickets.
Hello, my name is Harold Reynolds, and I'm calling regarding the room service bill I received for lunch this afternoon. I believe there was an error.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Mr. Reynolds. Could you please tell me what the problem is?
Of course, I ordered a steak sandwich, some fries, and a can of cola, but the price on my receipt reads $50. That can't possibly be right, can it?
It most definitely isn't, sir. You were charged too much for your meal. I'll contact the kitchen immediately and have someone there send you a new bill in just a few minutes.
Tina, these contracts have to be delivered to our firm's attorney in his office on the other side of town no later than 4 p.m. Can you take the bus there to deliver them?
I'd love to assist you, Steve, but Ms. Parker insisted that I finish working on the presentation she's giving tomorrow morning, so I can't leave the office.
Well, I'm meeting clients all day. How do you suggest we get the contracts to Mr. Murphy?
What about trying the local courier service? It guarantees 2-hour delivery of packages anywhere in the city limits. Why don't I call and arrange a pickup?
Julia, is it true that some of us in the department are going to change offices?
That's right. Since we're getting a couple of new employees, we have to move people around.
Do you know what's going to happen?
Yes. Eric is going to move to Office 305, while Susan will be moving to Office 301.
What about me?
You're going to move from Office 303 to the one right next to the elevator.
That's perfect. It's quite a bit bigger than my current office.
I thought you'd think that way. I specifically requested you be given that room.
Why did you do that?
You've been conducting numerous meetings with clients lately, so a bigger office will impress them more.